If you could live without taking lives, let's put it that way, why would you not do it if you could be...
Would.
Yeah?
I would.
Yeah, I would.
Definitely.
But
I would do.
That is veganism.
yeah.
You don't like what it was, then change what it is. Cause stories only are what you make them. Wake up, get up and do something. You gotta wake up, get up and do something. Yeah, it don't take much but a simple equation. You plus your imagination.
Have you ever seen any footage like this before?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah? How does it make you feel when you see it?
It's cruel, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Annoyed.
I like that. It is.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything to help.
That's what they're
Do you
trying.
think you can do something to help?
In a way, yeah.
What would that be?
So,
Petitioning against it.
What about the foods we consume?
Well, we got a local butcher, so all of ours, and he owns the farm, and
Yeah.
that's where I get 100% of our meat. So we do eat meat, but I know where it comes from because I don't like eating processed food.
Yeah.
Processed meat. So we do eat from a local butcher, and I know it's all like cruelty free. I've seen it.
Do you think when you think of the word killing or taking a life, there's such a thing as humane or cruelty free? How would you
No.
take a life humanely?
Quick and fast, just like the big, well, not big commercial farms because they're horrible. You see it,
Yeah.
hang them up and just slit their throats. But stuff like a bolt or a shock, and they're gone.
it's
Like,
quick and fast and they
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a reaction.
I've done it.
Do you think, when I think of humanely, I like to think of myself if it was done onto me,
Yeah,
would I
that's
accept
exactly.
it? Do you think
Well,
that you would be okay with it?
No, but there's nothing you can do about it because once you're gone, I think humane as in if it's got to be done, which
Yeah.
it has because we are a meat-eating community. If it's got to be done, it's got to be done quick and almost painless. So it's gonna. You can't say it's not gonna hurt, but they're not gonna realise it because if they're gone like
Is
that.
it moral though to take a life if they want to live?
No, in a way, but we've all got to eat at the end of the day.
Do you think there's another way to eat to stop this cruelty
organic.
without eating
Farm.
without
No.
killing? Is there a way?
No, there's too many people. There's not enough space. The population's growing so fast and the farmland's disappearing so quickly. There's not a way to feed everybody without killing animals.
Because
Do you-
they're just knocking down all the buildings to build more houses.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of farmland.
And getting rid of farmland, yeah, that's
There's
what
not
I'm
another way.
saying. And that's
What-
basically knocking down animals' houses and places where they eat. So it's kind of, they're killing them at the same time as building
Yeah.
houses. So in a way I get annoyed with the fact that because people are building new houses.
But there's nothing, the population's growing, so there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
We've got to eat meat.
Do you,
That's what it comes down
do you think, when you think, for example, of a cow, the
Yeah.
amount of food and land that a cow needs compared to the
what
amount
I'm
of
trying to
vegetables
say.
we grow if we eat only vegetables, do you think we need more than a cow can consume?
Because there's a lot more humans.
Do you really think?
I really think.
Do you think with the billions of animals that we breed every year for humans and the amount they eat,
But it's like I said with the house building.
Yeah.
side of it,
Yeah, but
it's basically
I'm good.
people knocking down. Why would you build more houses?
because the
Then-
population's growing, there's
Yeah.
nothing they can do about it. Though.
If we try and stick on the ethical kind of side of things, and when you see this footage and the cruelty that goes on,
I'm 100% against animal
Yeah.
cruelty and battery farming and
Yeah.
that kind of cruelty of side of things, but I don't think there's a way we can do it without eating meat. I'm pro organic foods and pro, but
you still have to take a life, don't you?
yeah, but I'm alright. I've been hunting for
Do you hunt your own food?
some of it, yeah,
All of it?
not 100% of it, but
yeah.
the rest that I don't eat, we buy from an organic butcher.
Yeah. What about you ethically when because you see this footage, I can see it's, you said it makes you angry and
Yeah, I'm
sad.
Yeah.
I'm against that.
Yeah. Why would anybody think it's right?
Acceptable to,
We've got the provisions to get rid of this battery farming and move to organic ways
But
of
if there
growing
was an
food.
option without hurting anyone or any animals or the environment, because animal agriculture is just killing everything.
Yeah.
Would you take that step instead of supporting the animal cruelty
What,
if you
so
could find
switch to vegetarian.
veganism, like no animal products? What is the reason? What is the reason you wouldn't think
Because-
about it?
Because
Red meat in it. It's you can say you can always use all these like switch to all these different protein substances.
Yeah.
But we need it. That's,
What is it in meat that you need that you can't find in plant sources? Do you know?
It's just it, isn't it? It's meat. Meat's
But
meat.
what is it? Do you know? Because you're telling me you need it, you can't live without it. What is it that you need in meat that you can't
Well,
get?
just the proteins and stuff. But you can get that in supplements.
but it's
What
not
about
the
not
same.
supplements? I'm talking about real food. Like, can you get it from vegetables and
Yeah, but
nuts
you
and
have to
seeds
eat
and
a hell of
everything?
a lot more.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Not
How-
100%.
Do you know how much protein you need? Yeah.
It's enough. Then
And you, what about you? What is the reason that you wouldn't think about stopping, eating animals if this upsets you? What is the reason?
Because it's the way I've grown up. It's
Yeah.
the way I've been brought up. It's the way my whole family and their family have been
Yeah.
brought up. It's been brought up in my family.
Same, yeah.
I can't. Yes, I'm annoyed that.
Yeah, and it upsets you, and yeah.
And that's why we're against it.
Yeah.
But also, I'm kind of not against the eating meat side of it because
Yeah.
of the way I've been brought up.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried for like 2 days
Well, yeah, the amount of kind of
meat that comes
we
through
are
our
now-
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
It would be hard. It would be hard. To,
It would be hard to turn around
I
and
could do
go,
it.
actually.
I did
Yeah.
one woman. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
part of me.
When I used to eat meat and animal products as well, and it's part of our society, it's part of
Yeah.
how you grow up.
And it's basically what you've been taught from your family.
Exactly.
and
You've
what
been
you-
taught to do
yeah.
it, and you've been taught to normalise what's happening.
Yes,
Um,
but this side of it, yes.
But do you
that's
think
wrong.
when you're eating meat, or when, for example, when you go out to a restaurant, do you know where the meat is coming from, and do you know,
No.
So you are, in a sense, when you're buying these products, you are, not in a sense, you are supporting what you're seeing
Yeah,
here.
but
So
we try as much as possible.
Yeah.
Apart from the restaurant side, eating at home, we do try as much as possible to stay with the more organic, free range.
do you think, when you think of the organic and free range and everything, do you think that if you care for the animal, like you seem to be compassionate, both of you, if you care for the animal and they've lived an amazing life and really happy, but they still end in the same slaughterhouse and still die for
No.
you, do you think that...
in a way, I would just be like, yes, it's lived a happy life. Yes, it's done well. Yes, it's in pain because of some other reason that we can't help. Then
What pain we can't help? What do you mean
if
by?
they've gone and broken their leg
Okay,
or something?
yeah,
We can't help them. We've tried to let them build their bones back. We've tried to put medicine down them to try to
Yeah.
give them that kind of life support. And if we can't do that, then I'm sorry to say, but we're going to have to put them down.
but the animals that you eat, do you think that's the process?
No.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's
I'm
not.
talking about the animals you eat, because the animals people eat are not animals, even if it's free range or
Yeah.
it's not animals that are dying naturally, is it? We're
Yeah.
taking a life without. That my question is, for example, if a family member of yours or a dog or a pet
Yeah.
or someone that you cherish, is it okay if the whole life they have an amazing life, but you're saying, okay, this day I decide you're going to die because I want to eat you? Is it okay?
That wouldn't be okay because it's a human and that's not kind of them. But when
Your pet, for example, if you have a dog or a cat.
no, because it's the whole society thing. We've grown up as them
Yeah.
being a pet, not a food source. But if it came to it, and like, yeah,
Yeah, I completely agree.
I run a pheasant farm, a shoot, and
Yeah.
I do run a shoot, and I have so many people trying to argue with me about cruelty and animal. I'm kind of the other side of the fence, and because I run this shoot and I help run this shoot, I know what goes on to each
Yeah.
one of them pheasants, and I make sure I often wake up 4 o'clock in the morning to go and check these pheasants
Yeah.
and make sure that their food is fully filled up and they've got water, and I give them the best life they can possibly have. And once they're old enough to fly, they're free. Not just like free range pen in a big enough pen. They can go wherever they want. And we
But
do
they're
let
still
them.
killed
But they
at the end
stay
for food.
because we've got food and
Yeah.
because they've got water. They don't need to go anywhere, so they do stay. And
But you do
They
kill
are.
them in
We
the
do
end
kill
to...
them, but every one of our birds is eaten, so there's no waste.
And
so.
But
with the birds that we shoot,
Yeah.
we do give them to, basically we give them to pubs, so that we know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
We know where they're going, we know that they're getting passed on to like places like that.
Well, no, we take them all home as a shoot.
Yeah.
even if, that's kind of back to the question of treating them well, you can treat them well and love them for their life. Is it morally acceptable to take their life if they don't want you to?
But
Do you think that's
kind of
okay?
what they've been brought
If we
into.
don't have to,
they're
we
not
don't need
naturally
to.
a UK animal.
yeah?
They were brought from Italy back in the 1700s
Yeah.
over here for that purpose, and that's what
But
we're using them
if you put yourself in the animal's perspective, do you think they're like okay with it? Would you be okay
for.
with it?
They wouldn't know.
They
don't
wouldn't know. They would
That's
just
it.
think
But does it
that-
make it okay to take a life, even if, like, if someone came and killed someone and they didn't know, because that's how it happens,
it's
isn't
not
it?
right.
Yeah.
Yes. But like I said before, it's how we've been brought up.
Definitely, but
We can't
they're
change
not-
how we've been
Yeah.
brought up.
well, for example, the people, in the past when there was slavery and everything, that people thought it was acceptable and normal because they were brought up with it. But we managed to change that because people saw that it was ethically wrong and, morally wrong to treat humans like that. Do you think that if everyone said like you, oh, we've been brought up like this, we can't change it, that there would actually be a change?
No, there wouldn't be, but
Yeah.
like we can change, and that's what I've tried. I've pushed the family to get the more organic. We don't go to Tesco's and buy a chicken
Yeah.
because it's been battery farmed, and I'm against that. I've got a mate who owns a chicken farm, and we buy from him because I go up and help him, and I know that these chickens have had like the best life they
yeah.
could.
They get fed, they've got water, they're out in the
Yeah,
green,
they're out.
they're happy.
Do you think, for example, when I took the human stance to take a life of someone that doesn't want to die, would that be okay or not? Even if they were brought up
But
for...
that's
If
What
were,
is different?
If they were brought up through their purpose in life, if it
Yeah.
was switched and all humans, their purpose in life was to be killed and eaten,
Yeah,
to
but
feed
someone
different
forced
races.
that on them. It wasn't
They're
their...
not, they're not forced. Our pheasants aren't
Do you
forced,
think?
they can leave.
Do you think they want to die?
they
they
don't
wanna
know.
be
They
killed?
don't know.
They don't know.
They don't
Yeah,
know.
but do they want? Do you think they would be happier
No,
to be
they
able to
wouldn't.
live their life? They don't want to die.
No, but
Yeah.
they can.
Well, they do because we do it, but they don't have to, do they?
Well, no, but if they weren't going to be killed, they wouldn't
Yeah.
be brought into this. We hatch them.
Yeah.
So they can be killed. So
Definitely,
if,
yeah.
If they weren't going to be killed, they wouldn't be hatched. So then
Yeah.
they wouldn't even be alive anyway.
Do you think that it would be better to have a life where someone decides your day of death, or to not live at all?
They've still lived a good life, haven't they? They're old enough that we don't kill them as chicks.
and
They do live a good life.
They, like he said, if they want to go, they can go.
Yeah.
They are free if they want to go.
But they trust you and love you, so
Yeah.
they don't think you're gonna kill them, do they?
No. But I can see your side of it,
Yeah.
yes. But can you see our side at the same time?
Definitely, I'm listening to everything you're saying. Yeah, I'm definitely listening. When you said, for example, when I take the human side of it and say, would it be okay to take their life if they don't want to die? And you said, what would be the difference? Why would a human that not be okay and an animal it would be okay?
Yeah. No, I see
What is the difference in your eyes between those two? Because you said it wouldn't be acceptable for us to do that to a human.
I think it's because, like he said, that if we were brought up to eat humans, then that kind of thing.
But I'm saying in this day and age now, like,
But we're not. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't kill a human to eat it because that
Yeah.
would be murder and you'd be jailed.
but what is the difference between a human and an animal that makes it okay or to do that or not?
They haven't got. It sounds like I'm being a bit.
No,
of
no,
a
no,
prick,
be
but
honest-
they
no,
haven't-
no, no,
They
be
haven't
honest,
got the
fine.
choice.
Yeah.
They can't talk to us to say to do this. They can't put a mask on and fight for their rights.
Yeah,
Because they were brought into this life. It's like if humans were brought up to be killed,
yeah.
then they'd be killed. But if we were going to fight against them being killed, they wouldn't be brought up anyway. So
Yeah.
there wouldn't be any humans anyway. So
But would it make it acceptable or not?
no, it won't.
I'm just trying to dig out the difference for you in your eyes that would make it acceptable to do that to animals but not to humans. What would be the difference, or to pets?
It's going back to the whole.
Yeah.
We're brought up.
Brought
and
up,
I
yes,
don't
but
know,
is that a
changed,
justification for taking a life without them wanting it? Just because we're brought up to do it? Because we can change and we can, you know, we don't need meat to survive, do we?
No, but you can push it as much as you like, but around the world, meat is one of the kind of it is a main food.
Yeah, definitely it is, yeah.
For most of the population around the world.
Yeah.
So pushing that no meat on everyone would be like banning it, and there would be more chaos than trying to stop.
We're definitely not gonna. I mean, realistically,
Yeah.
that will not happen within.
But
You
can try
know.
and pull people into it.
Just education and just
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to. We're not at all trying to push. We're just trying to, you know,
Educate.
hear different sides and just
Yeah.
have a conversation
Yeah.
about it. Because a lot of
And
people have
I'm
never
totally-
seen this,
yeah,
you
no,
know.
I've seen it
Yeah.
loads, and I hate
I mean,
it.
you're there
I'm totally
firsthand, so you
yeah.
kind of, you know. Do you actually kill your? Is it birds you have, or do you actually do it? How does that make you feel when you do it? Have you like disconnected, or do you?
No, it's just kind of it's more an instinct. Like back when we were back cavemen and all this a long time ago, it just becomes instinct that I'm killing to keep myself alive.
Yeah.
And I also do a lot of pigeon shooting, which is protecting crops, which you guys as vegans eat anyway. I protect a lot of the crops around here. I kill pigeons to stop them from eating crops so that farmers can get a decent yield and sell that yield and keep their family alive and keep their family running with a decent amount of money selling their yield. So I don't.
Does it not upset you when you like at first when you first started? I don't know how old you were, but was it weird? Did it feel strange to do it? Was
does.
it? Because it's kind of unnatural, isn't it?
You once you pull that trigger, it's kind of like you do feel sorry. And,
That or the birds
there
you-
yeah. I do feel it. I'm not. A
You don't not
bloodthirsty bastard
care.
Like that.
Yeah.
No, I do care. I pull that trigger and I'm kind of like.
The whole shoot's the same though, Harry, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
I'm
the
like-
whole shoot is...
Do you do it as
It's-
well, or?
no.
I
Chloe doesn't.
don't, but I go and help pick
Yeah.
up and stuff. And we all the whole shoot talks about it. And yes, we're not
And
blood. And we've talked about it and we've said, yeah, it's not right, but that
We've grown we've got a community, and it's not just like a group of bloodthirsty people who join and just kill animals. We join we're a close knit group of friends. We join as a community, and it's what we do. We kill and we eat what we've killed, and it's kind of going back to the instincts of before all these farms, and you could go into Tesco's and pick up food.
But
Yeah.
like I said, the money with all the birds and stuff that we shoot, we take them home, we cut them, then we pass them on.
Yeah.
And we eat.
And we eat them. We don't just shoot them and then chuck them away.
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
actually eating it.
Yeah, I'm not. I do. You kind of every time you pull the trigger and you see there is that kind of
You
thought
feel-
back there.
yeah.
I am sorry, and I'm totally grateful for them. And being able to have that meat on my plate, I feel so grateful. And knowing that, especially from my eyes, I know exactly what has gone. So I know that whole thing's life, and right up until the point where it died, and now I'm eating it, and that makes me feel kind of a lot better about it than going and just picking up
Doing
some
it,
food
yeah.
from a supermarket.
I get that. Do you like how you're explaining it? I do feel like you do care.
Yeah.
You seem compassionate, both of you, and it's like very interesting your whole story as well, because I haven't like heard of all of this you're explaining. I've never met someone that actually does it themselves.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting talking to you guys. But because you don't have to do it, as you said, it's like for survival in the past you had to do it. You had to have meat. As you said, like there's Tesco, there's butchers, there's stuff like that. So we don't have to, kill to survive now. There's just Tesco. We can go and grab fruit or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not the same though.
What do you mean?
The meat.
No, I'm not talking about meat. I'm talking about we don't need meat.
On social media, is that right?
Yeah,
That's fine.
We don't need meat to survive in this day and age now. I mean, with all the shops and everything like that. What is the reason you both have that you would not opt for an option without cruelty? If you can live a healthy, happy, really like cheaper life, really everything would be as good. Why would you not opt for that cruelty-free option and still choose to eat meat? That's my last question for you guys.
I am cruelty-free. I don't like.
But you're
seeing
taking
animals
lives.
suffer. But that whole kind of, it's just going back to it's me. That is, it's a big part of me.
It's a big part of how we can.
Putting aside the way you've been brought up, if you kind of like put that aside and think ethically and like the life of animals, if you could live without taking lives, let's put it that way, why would you not do it if you could
I
be?
would.
Yeah?
I would.
Yeah, I would.
Definitely.
But
I would.
That is veganism.
yeah, I would. But
Yeah?
it's not entirely like that because it's a big part of me.
It's something you have to, you know, if you're already thinking about it, which is good.
I've
But
tried before.
Yeah?
For like 2 days.
Yeah.
And the next day, it was after a shoot, and Dad was like, "We're having pigeon tea," and I'm like,
yeah, it's just a big part of our kind of.
no, I totally understand it. It's something that's really hard to change, especially if your family is all in it and everything like that. But I can tell
I
that,
have
you know,
tried. I have
what is
tried.
it that like made you go back to meat? Was it just because it was in?
so difficult.
What was difficult?
We're a
The
big,
family,
we're a big family.
yeah.
There's like
There's seven of us.
7 of us.
Yeah.
And it's such a big part
It's
of
most
us.
of our
Would they be accepting of your decision if you
Yeah,
didn't
they
want to
would
eat?
accept.
They would.
But
But it's like I said, it's because it's so difficult. Because there's
What
7
what
of
was
us.
difficult for you? Because you did it at the first place, so you were kind of thinking of it.
Because
What made?
It was the fact because most of our meals are to do with
we
meat.
sit down. We don't.
I understand
don't eat
that, yeah.
Separately, we sit down
Sit
as
together,
a table,
yeah.
and we have a meal together,
Yeah.
and kind of.
It was.
She feels split off.
Yeah.
Eating different meal and having to
And
cook her own meals away.
it was
And
horrible.
it was all there.
It was so difficult because I did try it and I wanted to try it so hard.
Yeah.
Because my friend's a pescatarian
Yeah.
and she's done so well. And her dad's part of our shoot and her whole family
He's
eats
the
meat.
gamekeeper.
He's
He is.
gamekeeper and she's done so well.
But
Yeah.
that's
And
not.
I've
But
been
that's not
asking her-
cruelty-free. That she just doesn't like red meat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've been
Yeah.
trying to ask her how she's done it, what she's done.
Yeah.
And she's tried to explain it and she said it's so hard. So hard.
What is hard for her?
I think if we were
Because-
not such a close family, and if we ate meals like away from each other, it would be easier for Chloe. But
Yeah.
Do you-
because we sit as a
Yeah,
table
you're all
and eat,
together, yeah,
it's,
I
it's
get
kind
that.
of food goes in the middle and you pick.
I was the same when
Yeah.
I went vegan. My whole family were just, you know, my dad is a chef, so it was all meat based, and I do get how you were feeling because I kind of felt the same thing. But I kept on going because I just,
And I did try.
Yeah.
I tried for another 2 days, wasn't it?
yeah.
Or a day.
So it was basically
day.
what made you go back was just a kind of inconvenience of feeling left out in a way.
Yeah.
Do you
that's
think
the
that?
only reason.
My last question for you.
Yes.
I'm done with you. Do you think that feeling that inconvenience and just, you know, getting used to something new is like more important or less important than taking a life? Do you think it's like,
In a way, it's important, but like he said, it was so difficult for
Yeah.
me because we
That
sit
kind
down.
but
and
that difficulty,
That-
does that take over the
Yeah,
the fact
'cause-
you're taking a
Ish.
life?
Taking a life has just kind of become part of my routine.
Yeah, but you were thinking about it because you did try.
And I did try,
Yeah.
and I have been thinking about
Yeah.
trying it again, but it's just because it's so difficult. Because it's just so difficult with like the whole family thing. I want to try again,
Do
but
you, yeah,
it's just
I get
because
that.
of the whole eating. At
Do you
the
think
table
in the
thing.
eyes of an animal, for example, that you're going to take the life, he would care at all if it was a bit difficult for you? Do you think that that is...
No, definitely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I completely. I do get upset
Yeah,
when they
definitely.
come back with the birds, and I'm going,
Yeah.
great. Why didn't you just
Yeah.
do that? But then again, it's
Yeah.
our food at the
But
end of the day.
it's great that you've been thinking about it, and it was really lovely chatting to you guys. I'm going to give you just a little card, so feel free to just go and check out. There's
Yeah, definitely.
everything you need on that website. Like, if you have any questions, just message us. And yeah, it was
Yeah,
really lovely
definitely.
talking to you guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
You don't like what it was, then change what it is. Cause stories only are what you make them. Wake up, get up and do something. You gotta wake up, get up and do something. Yeah, it don't take much but a simple equation. You plus your imagination.